Hello everyone and welcome back to the video, and as promised, it's finally here, the 2023 optimized build loaders with a PDF document so you guys can follow along. First of all, forgive me for the background noise of the construction, I can't do anything about it, but good news is I've got the best build loaders out there, the same ones that the pros use. I didn't try to simplify them, I didn't try to make them a little bit slower just so they're easier to learn. These are the same ones that all the pros are using, and obviously there's different variations, but for the most part, these are the ones that are the most consistent. Now, I only have 2 so far, but I'll be adding 1 new build loader every single month for this document. So May is coming out with 2, the Scout Rush and the Archer Rush, and then every month I'm going to go ahead and add 1 more. To get access to the PDF, you have to be a Twitch subscriber and you have to join my Discord. Links to both of those in the description below. And if you wait to the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys how to do that from any one of my YouTube videos. It's really simple, and I'll go ahead and explain the whole thing after I show you guys the build. For today's video, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the 20 pop archers, so 1 build from the PDF, and I'm also going to show you guys how to do that in game. So it's going to be a tutorial in game, following along the tutorial I have written out for you. And guys, the PDF is absolutely beautiful. Shout out to the mods on my team who helped me work on this, because I absolutely love how it looks. So starting things off, this is the top of the page. You get 20 pop, 1 range archers. That is the build. And then you have the recommended civs available for you guys. So just to give you a good idea of what you want to go for. And then you have an introduction, because not only am I showing you how to do the build, I'm showing you why it works and what you're actually doing. So this is not only just memorizing something, you have to understand it, and that is the best way to build a foundation. And yeah, so go ahead and check out the introduction. Then you have the notes on actually how to do it, and the steps that lead you up to like mid-feudal age. And the reason I cut it off here is because after mid-feudal age, a lot of things can be different. And so I decided mid-feudal age is the perfect time to just cut the actual build off, but I leave you with a few pointers on how to continue the game from that position and some of the common outcomes depending on what's going on in the game. So in my opinion, this is the kind of this is the kind of guide which you can keep on the side while you're playing, and then just tab over if you're throughout the build, if you're not sure what comes next, tab over, look to see what the next thing to do is, and then you can go ahead and do that in your game. And then if you're not sure what to go for, then definitely read what to do next and what to do at the beginning, because these will help you create a proper strategy for the entire game. Guys, these build loaders are meant to be something very helpful for the ranked ladder especially. My opinion is if you're using these properly and you take the time to learn them, you will have a very heavy competitive edge over your opponents who are not using these, because these are the same builds that all the pros are using, and these are the ones that are the most optimized. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys the build in action now. I'm going to go ahead and do the archer build exactly how it is on that sheet pretty much, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Saracens, which is a civilization with no eco bonus for this one. And so if you use any other civilization that does get an eco if you use any other civilization that does get an eco bonus, then it's just going to be a better version of what I'm showing you here. So I will show you guys that any civilization can do this build, but any recommended civ will do it better. So starting things off, it's going to be 2 houses. This is pretty standard by now. A lot of people probably know this, but if you're new, no worries. Just go ahead and build 2 houses, and then we're looking to get 6 on sheep next up. Very important stuff. And you know what? I'm going to pull up the sheet on my side as well, just so I can follow it properly as well. So I've got 6 of sheep. I'm just looking out the side. Next 3 will be on wood afterwards. All right. Totally cool. Obviously, I created the build builder, but I just want to show that it's not about memorization. You can just keep it on the side, and it helps you out. And over time, you'll get the hang of it. You know what I mean? No worries at all. And so just going about the scouting. The scouting is obviously one thing I don't really talk about in the builds, but it's something you can find a lot of other guides I make on YouTube regarding the scouting, especially my Road to 2K guide. Highly recommend you guys check that out if you haven't already. Okay, 6 on sheep. Now let's go over to the wood. And as you can see, this build is really flexible. It's so consistent. You can do anything after opening archers pretty much, and the opening archers actually just keeps you safe against anything regarding an early rush. So any men armed, any drush, any scout rush, archers will keep you safe against all of that. And let's do transition to something else. Now, recommended on my builder sheet is to lure 1 deer. So I'm going to go ahead and lure 1 deer here. if you're not sure how to do this, basically all you have to do is go behind the deer, push it towards your town center, and then repeat the process. Make sure you're doing it fast though. Don't let it just wait there. You got to be real quick on its tail, because if you let it wait for too long, it will run back. All right, after the 3 on wood, the next step is to go ahead and take the boar. We'll go ahead and take the ostrich there, and you know what? Let's get heavy on the ostrich. And I'll only lure one. Sorry, I'll only lure one of these. You could lure more if you want to. I'll just go ahead and lure one just to show you guys that, you know, you don't need that many deer to get by. But I highly recommend luring deer if you can do it, if it's not going to mess up your build. Don't lure deer if it's going to mess up and cause you to be like super idle and everything like that. Go ahead and lure the boar. TC trick, you don't need to use it. Next build, we'll go ahead and make a house. And then we'll make a mill on the berries. Alternatively, you could make a mining camp on the gold if you want to delay your mill. I don't think you need to do that though. I actually most of the time prefer to just make the mill myself. The mining camp just lets you go for a little bit more of an aggressive build, but more of a team game thing than a 1v1 thing. And so I'm going to go ahead and make a house, then the mill, and as you can see, looking pretty good. And pro tip, make the house on the same side as the berries so that it's less walking distance to go ahead and make that mill. That's a terrible one. Let's go ahead and make it here. And then next up is going to be getting the elephants. I'm going to go with one guy a little earlier, but point still stands. Going to grab that elephant. And then after, we just send a bunch of villas down to the hunt. And then the last 2 villas will go to wood. So I have 2 more that go to hunt, and then the last 2 before clicking up, or before looming them up, will go to wood. There we go. And simple as that. I'm literally just following the list, the sheet myself, the builder list. And it's really color-coded and perfectly spaced out, so it's easy to read while you're actually playing. Obviously, it's a lot easier for me to read it since, you know, I kind of know what to expect, but it's the kind of thing that comes with practice. There should be space for you, homie. There's definitely space. Come on, don't be a diva. Okay, there's no space for him. You can just grab a sheep. That's fine. You can also just send him to berries. No big deal. And last 2 goes to wood. The reason we want to do this, we want to have 5 on this lumber camp so that we can go make another lumber camp, and we can also get you know, 5 on there. 10 total. There we go. Loom and then up. Scouting has been abysmal this this build, but it's all good. And we just continue taking hunts here under the TC. Again, the more deer you have, the more food you have under the TC, and you just take the deer instead of the sheep because it's the fastest source of food. So no big deal. And now we're up to feudal. As soon as we go up, very important, do it right away. We go ahead and send 5 villas over to the second lumber camp. Where are you going? And then what else do we have to do? Move 2 villas from under TC and 7 to stragglers. Ooh, sounds logical. All right, do that. Move 1 villa from under TC and make a house and a barracks. Sounds cool. Let's do that. House and then a barracks afterwards. And then move 2 villas from under the TC and make a mining camp on the gold. Sounds logical as well. So that's all the things I need to do on the way up. I just read them out and did them pretty much. All right. As you can see, we're keeping minimal on food because you actually don't need that much food right now. You need a lot of wood and you need a little bit of gold, but you don't need a lot of food. And we go ahead and make a mining camp here. Alright, and now I'm reading ahead here, but as soon as you get to feudal age, we're going to go ahead and pick up double bid axe and make a range. We're not going to get a horse collar, since that's not really important. Don't cheese me, bro. There you go. Cool. And as you see, the little details on the build, like taking the stragglers with 2 villagers, it's so crucial, because if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be able to afford my range right away. I have a little bit of idle time. Let's not be idle. Let's think for ourselves and make a house. It's not on the builder list, but that's something that's quite logical and something you can mix in. But the builder gets you here in perfect time. And I mean, look at this. It's absolutely, like, just perfect. You get a double bid axe right away. You get the range down. You got enough gold. You're in the perfect position. We'll continue following it for now. So make a range, start producing archers, send 2 bills to gold. So next 2 bills will go to gold. Sounds good. Make a blacksmith, get fletching when you can afford it. And we're going to go ahead and make some spears if we need to. I'll make 1 spear. Hey, why not? And then afterwards, we're going to go ahead and wall with the villagers that made the building. So just 1 on each side. And then have 4 on gold. 1 spear to defend the walls, just in case. You know, they always have the 1 scout, so I like to make 1 spear. These guys can go back on there, and then next builds will go over to sheep. Go ahead and make the blacksmith, and now it's just about farming. As soon as you have 60 wood, drop a farm. And all this, whoa, all this is on the builder sheet, of course. And if you want another spear, you can always afford it. The way I think of it is, you know, spears keep you safe, and this build is all about staying safe at home. And by the way, you want a wall with a mix of houses and palisades. It's really important. There we go. And that's pretty much the end of the build builder. So it says move 4 villas from TC to berries. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, look at that. I trolled my own build. There we go. Move 4 villas from TC to the hunt as soon as it runs out, and you go over to the berries. That's my bad. And that actually is helpful because it helps me delay some of the farms, which lets me use the wood to wall up my map instead. So it's actually very logical to do that. Completely missed that step, but hey, that's why we have the builder sheet. Now I have 5 on berries. That's cool. And yeah, it looks like I covered everything pretty much. And yeah, the builder takes you to around here. And well, we're missing one step, which is to pick up fletching. So as soon as I can get fletching, I can go ahead and pick that up and then attack with my archers. And then at that point, you should be fully walled, or at least very close to being fully walled, with an attack with your archers. So this is like very, very solid. Nothing can really go wrong if you do this properly. If you're up against men-at-arms, just defend with your archers. Keep them at home, defend. You're up against scouts, you're making a couple spears anyways. This is a no eco bonus civ, so it only gets better. If I'm playing with something like Ethiopians, I have an extra 200 res, for example. Obviously, Saracens can make the market, but for the purpose of this video, I'm not going to do that. And yeah, just wall with a mix of house and houses. So natural, flows so well. And yeah, I just truly feel like this is the best way to play the game. Just pick up an optimized build that the pros are doing, and here I am hopefully simplifying it for you guys. And yeah, I just really want to see everyone succeed. Everyone who wants to put in the effort, I really want to see you guys succeed, and these builds will hopefully help you do that. Let's go ahead and finish up your full walls, and yeah, go ahead and attack. I've got fletching, 6 archers. After you're fully walled, send the spears forward as well. It's really OP. And look at that, perfect stuff. And then from here, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause right here. It's 14 minutes into the game, mid-feudal age. Let's go ahead and bring back the sheet. After this, we're going to go ahead and read what's next. So the goal from here is to get up to castle age with a healthy mass of 10-15 archers and simply get crossbow and bodkin. Really logical. Afterwards, we can go ahead and zoom in here. If your opponent is attacking you with many skirms and your walls aren't up yet, so I'm giving you guys a backup plan, you can add a stable and use a few scouts to defend alongside your archers. So from this position back to the game, I'm fully walled. I won't need to make a stable, but if I'm getting harassed a lot and my opponent has skirms, then I can easily start making farms for a little bit, make a stable, get some scouts, and push it back. Very logical. When you click up the castle, you can add another production building, so a second range or a stable, depending on what you want to go for. When you get to castle age, you have a ton of options, and the game just flows out from here, and I give you guys a bunch of choices. So that's going to be it for the build builder. Now, as far as how to get them, it's really simple as well. We're going to go ahead and pull up any YouTube video of mine. Right here, I've got just the Hera Age of Empires 2 on YouTube. Go ahead and click any video. Go ahead and check the description. So here you got my Twitch and my Discord. Those are the 2 things you need to get access to that build builder PDF. So first thing you want to do is open up Twitch and then click the Discord link. All I have to do to get the build builders is go into the Discord. It's already logged in for me, so you don't have the option. But for you, if you don't have Discord, it will bring you to a page like this. You can register. It's a really good program, really safe. It's all free. You're not going to get paid. I'm not going to scam you through Discord. It's really safe. I use it all the time. If you have a Discord account, all you have to do is join my server. That link will do it for you. So that's the Discord part of it. Now you go to Twitch. All you have to do is click my profile, and then you go ahead and subscribe. And then from here, it's $4.99 per month for the build builder documents. Or you can sub with Prime, and that's free if you have Amazon Prime. Or you can just come to my chat, and I have a rule that the first chatter of every live stream, I gift them personally. If not, someone else might gift you. As you can see, weekly top gifters, we already have a dozen gifters, and so in general, it's really easy to get a sub on my Twitch stream. Come on down, you'll get a sub, either you pay for it, you have Prime, or you get gifted, and you can get access to the build builder PDF. And hopefully, at the end of the day, right, I just want you guys to get better and to use this to, elevate your game and get those new personal bests. I've got 2 builders right now, and as I said, I'm adding 1 more every month. I'm going to start by adding all the generic build builders, and then start adding some civ-specific build builders afterwards. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully this will be helpful. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, and bye for now.